is Kalies von Kreatives Leben, and today I'm back with another monthly art calendar page. And this month it's obviously the month of July because July is starting tomorrow. Um, when I think of July, I think of a beautiful flower pasture, and this is what I want to do. I love flowers right now. I want to create flowers, so I'm starting now with the background. And as you can see, this page in the calendar was actually quite pretty. I really liked the fact that there was a map in the background, so I didn't want really to use it. I'm not sure at the end if it was a good idea because the whole page is very crowded and very loud, but that's me, I guess. So I'm starting and I'm using some tissue paper in blue and in green. So green at the bottom for the grass and blue for the sky, obviously. And everything is being stick down with my matte medium, my favorite glue. And yeah, I'm just randomly putting everything down. And my objective is not to lose everything in the background. So I will also go down with some paint, as you can see. So this is from Amsterdam, the Cobalt Blue Ultramarine. And I'm also using some ink from Liquitex in Vivid Lime Green and in Cerulean Blue Hue. Um, and also my delusion. Yeah, I took out my delusions yesterday night, and this is my lemon green zest. Sorry, no, it's not. No, it's a fresh lime. Sorry. And yeah, you know my opinion on delusion. I got really upset yesterday night because I had to throw 3 pots. They weren't that old. They were probably 1.5 years old, and half of it was still in there. The paint was all gooey, and basically I decided that I couldn't work with them anymore. So this is some yellow that is quite fresh and new, and when it's fresh and new, it's great. So here I'm taking out some Amsterdam Transparent Yellow Medium, and this basically are my corns that I'm creating. Um, so I will create this wonderful corn field with corn, and you will also see some corn campions, and of course some poppies because I love poppies. So here I'm taking some brown paper. So before I was taking some old paper I have from an old book, and here I'm using some brown paper for my corn campion and just using some blue, again the same blue as before, the cobalt blue ultramarine, and just doing some kind of stars, and now using also the ink to do some more stars. So I'm always starting in the center and going outside, and it doesn't need to really look like a corn campion as long as I like the way it looks. So this is the third part of my flower field. I'm taking some cardstock and some red. So this is again Delusion in Postbox Red, and I'm also putting my favorite color right now, which is the Amsterdam Reflex uh, Reflex Rosé. Sorry, and I'm just smearing everything down, and then I'm also taking some more paint, also from Golden, as you can see, the Pyrrole Red and the Cadmium Red, and I'm just creating some random circles. And basically this is very strongly inspired by Catherine Côté. She has a YouTube channel called Création Cici, and I really love what she does, and I really love the idea of having some very simple flowers that I will doodle on. So you will see more. Here again, some more rosé because you can never have enough rosé, I tell you. And here in the middle, I'm going to use also again some delusion, and this time it's going to be the funky fuchsia. Um, because that's how I see puppies. So once everything was dry, I cut everything out, and I'm not going to show every single step because that's going to be boring. But I took my wonderful white Sharpie pen and I doodled on my little flowers, so I considered them as flowers, and I'm just randomly creating some decoration on my flower, and when I will fix everything, you will see how it looks like. So I'm doing the same, not only on my poppies, I'm doing the same on my corn, and I'm going to do the same also on my corn campion. And here I'm using some golden gel pen. At the end, I wasn't so happy about it, so I took instead my Wink Stella gold brush, which is really wonderful, and that looks much more better. So here for my corn campion, I'm using also a Sharpie in blue glitter, which obviously you won't see in the picture, but it really looks very nice close up in real. And that's a problem with glitter. You can't really get across the wonderful shine that these have. Here I'm using another favorite of mine, which is the Graphic Line Painter 0.5, and this is the number 9. And these pens are amazing. They write on everything. They're very thin, they fluid. They don't get stuck as the Sharpies. For example, I have problems with my Sharpies. This one is great right now. I've been able to protect it, but it's not always the case. So here I'm creating now the month's name, which is July in German in this case. This time I did it right. And this idea I got from Joanne Sharpie. I'm doing one of her yearly course, and this is really fun. So this is based on her idea on how the alphabet could look like. So I have almost everything ready. This is dry now. I am just entering all the different numbers. So as you remember, July has 31 days, and the last day of the month is going to be at the center at the bottom because I didn't have enough space. I am adding some key dates like the 14th of July as I'm French and the 21st, which is my brother's birthday. And here I go. I stick everything down, everything that I've created very randomly. I try not to create a pattern. I almost did a pattern. You will see the 3 or 4 first flowers. They vary irregular, and that's exactly what I didn't want to do. So I had to break that. So this is where I start to realize that maybe I need to do something different. And you can see also one of the challenges that I have here. While I have tried to have a border, a brown border around every flower, nevertheless, the background is a little bit too loud compared to the flowers. I could have gone around it, but you will see when I put the poppies that maybe they should be just part of the background, because the queens of this painting are my poppies. So here they are. I'm putting them down. I'm just putting some glue in the middle. I'm not fully sticking them down, not like the rest, because I want them to have a third dimension. I want people, when they look at the page, to see and also to feel them. And some poppies I have entered the center in the middle to give them even more dimension. And I really like how they pop on my page. I'm adding now uh, some Stängel, stems. That's it, stems to my flowers. I think that maybe it makes it even more crowded. Maybe I could have done without, with the exception of the flower on the right hand side, because she was looking like she was floating. But for the others, it would have been okay not to have a stem. But I have added a stem to every flower, so now every flower is grounded. And I really love the color, and now I'm sticking down Juli, because it's not July, it's Juli, for the months, and just adding my little eye dot, and here you go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel, and yes, leave me some comments. Bye bye. See you next time.